Hey peeps of the interwebs, welcome back to my channel. Today we're starting something super exciting, so you aren't going to want to miss this. So if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the little notifications so you don't miss any of these videos. Today we're starting an aquarium build. In all my times of watching YouTube, I've always loved watching people build aquariums, put them together and all that, so it gave me an idea of something I want to do. I went and found some aquariums. I want to piece them together, build a stand. Obviously I'm not gluing the glass together. I don't want hundreds of gallons of water all over my house. So I don't trust myself that far. But so I got some aquariums. I'm thinking I'm going to put them right here. It's actually going to be a two-piece aquarium, two different tanks. So rather than buying one big tank, I'm going to get two of the 40-gallon tanks, put them together, so I can have like the cichlids or something in one side and mollies and guppies or whatever in the other side. So without further ado, let's get started. Alrighty peeps, so we're out in my garage. This is where the magic's going to happen. So I got one of the aquariums. We're going to buy a second one, but I got this one today just to get my measurements off of. And then I got all my lumber and everything right here that we're going to work with. We're obviously not going to use it all. So I'm going to pull some measurements, come up with the plan, because I'm still not 100% sure how I'm putting this together. And then we'll get back to you. Alrighty peeps, so after a lot of tears and effort, I think I figured out how I want to do it. So I have these posts, the 4x4 posts. I'm going to use those as the corners, and then I'm going to get the 2x4s and use them as a frame on the inside. But I'm thinking I want to barely set my 2x4s in so that on the corners of the stand, then you'll be able to see just a little bit of the post sticking out on each side. I'm thinking that's how it's going to look great, and I have an awesome idea for how I'm going to stain it. I did it to a bed I built, and it looked so. I'm super excited about this build. It's going to look amazing. If it comes out looking the way I want it to, which I hope it does, it could just turn out looking like a pile of boards with some nails in it and a couple fish swimming around. but hopefully it works out. So yeah, let's get started. Alrighty peeps, so we got quite a bit done. I did a little bit off camera. I'm currently filming by myself now because, well, I didn't pay my help, so they all ran off. Turns out I need to do better at paying the help. So we got a little bit of it done. I'll change the camera around here for you. Alrighty, so as you can see, I got the base bit of it done. I got my 4x4s here in the corners. I put this one right in the center where the two tanks are gonna sit. So the tank's right there, so they're gonna sit in between here. This is all gonna be plywood, obviously, you ain't gonna see it. And then I'm gonna put a little banded piece of wood that comes up to the lid, so you won't be able to see the joints on each one of those tanks right there. And then I'm gonna, when I do because I want to do a planted aquarium, I want to do all the landscape so it blends in. So it'll kind of look like one tank. Not really, but I still got more to do. I'm gonna put two, or probably one or two more boards across right here on each side. I'm gonna do some boards that come right here, that come down to help support these, to keep this right here just from popping off. And then it's all gonna get plywooded and stained, and then like all the little gaps and stuff I'll put wood putty on, so you'll never even be able to notice that there's little bits of gaps there. But yeah, in all, I'm pretty excited. I got a little bit more work to do today, and then we'll get back with you guys. Alrighty peeps, so we're back. So I'm just putting on my cross braces right now that I put right in the center. I'm only going with one right in the center because two would just be overkill. So I've just been finding the center, straightening them up, using the drill as the hammer. That's what they're meant for. They're a drill and a hammer. Try to get these things lined up. Cut them a little bit tight. Just screw them in. Perfect. Then we just come down here and do the same thing on this one. And then we come around to the other side, do the same thing. Just like that, and this is coming along nicely. So one of the things I forgot to talk about earlier is, in my time lapse you watched me start using the saw, and then I went and switched to the hand saw. That's because if you look at this, you see how that's all messed up. I guess somehow during storage, I mean the saw is old, it still worked, I figured I could use it, but during storage that blade just got bent a little bit. Like the whole thing the blade sits on, so it couldn't cut it flat, and then that would have just made it rock all over my floor when it was finished. So I just started using the hand saw, and I figured I could cut it way better with the hand saw than that saw could. And here's the other end of that cut from the skill saw. It's all messed up, but I wouldn't get too worried about that. We can just sand that down and make it look good. But yeah, I feel like all in all it's starting to come together. Still have quite a bit of stuff I need to do. This is going to be a fun project. Got to go buy some sheeting and some hardware and stuff for it, but it's going to be pretty fun. Alrighty peeps, so I got just a little bit more framing to do on this, and then that'll probably be about it for the video, but I'm just gonna do another time lapse. I hope you guys enjoys this video and the time lapse. I enjoy making them, so let's get started. Alrighty peeps, so we're back. So as you see, I got these boards put on, and if you look, you can see there's a little bit of a gap right here. That's so that I can put my plywood against this, or the siding, or whatever I decide to go with. I still haven't picked out what I'm doing with that yet. But then it will be flush with this, and then when I go to start sanding and puttying all this stuff, these posts turn out looking really, really well. So I'm going to leave them on the outside, but these 2x4s I put in out here serve several purposes. The first one is they're under this, which holds up the whole main frame, so it's not just all resting on these screws right here that go into this post. It's also holding that up, and then it gives me something to screw my plywood to all the way down on this side. And then on this side there's also a lip, which gives me something to put the plywood against right here going down. So all in all, I think it's turning out, it's fairly stable already, even without the sheeting. There is going to be some boards right here, but I got to go get my little corner brackets that go on the board to hold those in. And then it's going to have 2 doors on the front, and I'm going to go get my logo built, so it'll be like all stained and pretty. Then I'll say Shenanigan Hub across right there. It's going to be completely epic. I'm so stoked for this, I can't wait. Alrighty peeps. That's going to do it for this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love doing this. It's going to be a super fun project. It's going to be obviously a couple part video, so if you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next videos coming out in this. I don't know if they're all going to be one right after another. I have a bunch of other projects I want to start working on. I want to eventually start working on my fish room. I want to start working on my fence out front, the fence that goes clear down the side of my house. There's a whole bunch of stuff I have planned coming. So if you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe. Turn on the little notification so that you see when I upload more of these videos regarding this thing. And you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one.